Hey, what's going on, guys? Saiyan here, back with the fourth part to What If Kami Raised Piccolo. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe. It's free and you can always change your mind later. Also, go follow my Instagram for behind the scenes stuff and early thumb releases. But with that, let's get into the recap. So a lot happened in the last part. If you haven't watched it, you really should so you can understand what happens here. But a brief summary would be that the group had to go to Namek to go wish Chaozu back. On their quest, Kami and Guru fused, Nail and Piccolo fused, and then the Piccolo fusion fused with the Kami fusion to create the ultimate fusion. Piccolo then defeated Frieza and became the guardian of the Earth, even creating a new set of Dragon Balls with his knowledge from Guru and Kami. But King Cold was lurking in the shadows. Let's pick up right there. So, King Cold has been lurking in the galaxy, but since there has been no life of Frieza, he gives up on that front and stops looking for him. And that means there won't be any Mecha Frieza. But this results in King Cold being a bit more paranoid than in the original. Frieza never came back and told him about the Saiyans or the Namekians. He doesn't know how strong they are, so he decides to do some training. He definitely won't get golden or anything like that, but he does get stronger. He does maybe a month of training before thinking he's ready to go to Earth. In that time on Earth, Piccolo decided since he's guardian, he should communicate with the higher-ups. He talks with King Yama and even King Kai. King Kai interests him since he taught Tien Kaioken. He doesn't want to ask Ten Shinhan, so using his weak form of teleportation, he makes it up to Snake Way. Kami was able to do this, so I don't see why Piccolo wouldn't. He had years of training with Kami, so I think he would have taught him. And if that wasn't it, then Piccolo's guardian power should allow him to do this anyways, because it was never explained how Kami got it in the first place. In seconds, he arrives on King Kai's planet, and King Kai is shocked to see him there. Piccolo, out of respect, bows and asks King Kai to teach him the Kaioken. King Kai is taken aback by the request, but of course he accepts this, seeing no reason why he couldn't. In under a month, Piccolo learns Kaioken, and then heads back to Earth to go into the time chamber so he can master this quicker. He had also upgraded the time chamber because he likes to spend a lot of time there. He's practically only around 12 years old, and so the room doesn't have that much of an effect on his age. He goes and spends about a year, mastering the Kaioken. He tries to use up to times 20, and after a couple months, is able to do so. Goku in the original was able to do this around 6 days, but he was under pressure and was doing it because there was going to be enemies on Namek. But Piccolo isn't. He has no idea King Cold is out there looking for him, trying to kill him. And Piccolo actually takes his time, wanting to master every stage as he goes. First times 10, then times 20, and by the end of the year, he can even go up to times 50 for short bursts. One day, Goku does come up to the lookout, and is looking to train. He has been slacking for a while, but now, since Frieza's dealt with and everything, and Piccolo is the strongest on Earth, he wants to sort of train with him. Popo directs him towards the room, and he enters it, now wanting to train with Piccolo, who gladly actually accepts. And Goku actually came here because he was wondering if there was a way for him to get stronger. Piccolo does know something. From fusing with Guru, he knows all about the Namekian Book of Legends. He tells Goku about Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan God. Of course, the Super Saiyan God is pretty impossible right now. It requires God Ki, or a ritual that also requires 6 good Saiyans, and there are only 2 in the world, at least to their knowledge. So Goku tries to unlock Super Saiyan, but with minimum knowledge about it, Piccolo can't help him out much. He just says it makes you yellow, but it requires a great amount of rage. Goku focuses on the thought of Frieza killing someone he cared about, or a future threat that could harm his friends. It takes a while for this to work since he hasn't actually experienced a heavy loss, but he thinks, and remembers his grandfather's death. He knows it was him, and with that thought, the rage boils up of him killing his grandfather, and he finally accesses Super Saiyan. But this is all in the time chamber as well, just to mention that. Piccolo and Goku go at it with their highest transformation. Piccolo using Kaioken and Goku Super Saiyan. They're matched pretty evenly with Piccolo at times 10 and Goku at Super Saiyan. But when Piccolo powers up a bit further, Goku is weaker. Throughout this time, Goku works on increasing his base power, so he can actually match Piccolo, and eventually it is time for them to come out, because they've been there too long. But as they do, they sense an immense power heading towards Earth. It's similar to Frieza's Ki, but it can't be him. Piccolo made sure of that. The two look at each other and start flying. The ship is landing at the other side of the planet, but suddenly it's attacked. Piccolo and Goku are still gonna take a while to get there, but it's not them. Who could it be? King Cold thinks the Namekian is attacking the ship, so immediately he powers up in his 4th and final form. King Cold is extremely powerful. I would say up to 7 times stronger than final form Frieza. But is he strong enough for what's attacking? Multiple people board the ship and kill everyone in sight, up until they get to Cold. 3 of them attack and fight Cold, and Cold is actually able to match the 3. His final form is very powerful, and the 3 mysterious fighters are knocked back. But where is the 4th? From behind Cold, a few hands clutch onto his face, and suddenly he feels weakened. Like his energy, it's being drained. He tries to break out, but the other 3 get in front of him, grabbing his arms and legs. Cold is almost killed, but the 4th man says take him. They grab the knockout Cold, and take him back to a mysterious cave in a bunker. While that happens, Goku and Piccolo finally reach the ship, and see nothing. It's been destroyed. Piccolo is worried. That wasn't them. What else on Earth could combat such a power? He contacts all of Earth's forces, Tien, Gohan, Krillin, and Yamcha to meet up on the lookout, inform them about what just happened, saying they need to be prepared for whatever this is. Piccolo is a god of Earth, so they respect him and do what he says. He sends Krillin and Yamcha to King Kai's planet, noting that they don't have the biggest base power, and the only way for the humans to get stronger besides just training is to unlock some techniques that can increase their power. Therefore, the Kaioken. He sends Goku and Gohan into the time chamber so Gohan can learn Super Saiyan, and he and Tien will train together. But while they all prepare for their training, far away we see those 4 mysterious figures again. Inside the cave, we see what's happening. There's a lab where Dr. Gero and androids 13, 14, and 15 are residing, working on the Red Ribbon Army's revenge. Let's recap on what's been happening with Dr. Gero. Since the Red Ribbon Army was destroyed, clearly he went through the same phases in the original. He went mad and started coming up with a plan to kill Goku and his friends. But after seeing the upbringing of Piccolo and seeing how strong he and Goku were getting, he decided he was going to need more than just 17 and 18. He did think about just abandoning all of them and working on Project Cell, but he thought numbers would work in his favor. When that Tien guy showed promise, he analyzed the Kaioken, taking Tien's, Goku's, Piccolo's, and Kami's DNA, and then later on Gohan's. He even went as far as to get Raditz's, Vegeta, and Nappa's, after which he sent a drone to Namek, following the ship where he analyzed their training once more, and got Frieza's DNA. Unfortunately, he was not able to collect Frieza up and analyze him more, but he got a strand of the Frost Demon's blood, and now he has a whole Frost Demon to himself, a stronger King Cold, far stronger than Frieza, and one that has 4 transformations. 3 years pass, with Gero perfecting his creation. He makes King Cold more powerful, enhancing him and even giving him another transformation. He ditches Project Cell, and since King Cold, or Android 21, seems to be his perfect creation, he infuses Cell within Cold, and finishes both 17 and 18. His wrath is about to come onto the Earth. But 3 years is a lot of time for the Earth's fighters to train. Both Krillin and Yamcha learn Kaioken, and in 3 years can push it up to times 20 with 0 difficulty. Gohan learns the Super Saiyan after a while, with Goku pushing him. He and Goku both even go on to unlock a further power, something they call Grade 2. Piccolo and Tien also further master Kaioken, with Piccolo being able to use times 100 now, and Tien too, but it comes with strain and they can't hold it for too long, although it is something they can use. This takes up all their time though, and the day comes for Gero to enact his revenge. A huge explosion goes off in Ginger Town, and every building, every person is destroyed. Piccolo and everyone immediately sense this, and he moves the lookout to the location of the tragedy, enraged at himself for not being able to stop this. He and the group face the androids and Cold. From now on, I'll be referring to him as 21, but Piccolo notices a resemblance in him. I mean, he definitely looks like Frieza, but he can practically sense his ki. The others are different. Their ki is unsensible, but this 21's energy is sort of detectable. He feels this ki, and remembers back to 3 years ago, where a ship came to Earth. He knows who this is. It's that same person who came to attack Earth. These are the guys who abducted and kidnapped him. Piccolo isn't feeling confident. They might be strong, but it feels like this fight might not go in their favor. Piccolo, Goku, Tien, Gohan, Krillin, and Yamcha face off against 21, 17, 18, 13, 14, 15, 16, and Gero. They're outnumbered, but that's not all, as 21 has something up his sleeve, a new enhancement that he can't wait to pull out and show the Z-Fighters. but that's where we're leaving things off for right now. So what do you guys think about this part? Did you like that Piccolo really took the Guardian job seriously? And how about King Cold being captured by Jiro and turned into an android? Leave any thoughts and suggestions down in the comments. I'll make sure to respond. But you need to make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be part of the Super Saiyan 4s. It's free and you can always change your mind later. But with that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.